In the pot I have some melted butter. To the melted butter I added some jam. So after giving them a nice mix, I added my brown sugar. Now I'm using the soft brown sugar. You know, brown sugar packs your baked goods with a lot of flavor, and also it helps with moisture. Alright, so now I'm adding 2 teaspoons of honey. Now each time I add ingredients, I like to give them a mix, so that's what I'm doing here. Now all the ingredients that I'm adding, I will place them in the description box, so if you are interested in the recipe, check it out. Now you want to ensure that you mix your brown sugar very well, because you don't want it to clump in the pot. Alright, now I have my flame on a very low, because you know I don't want it to boil. Alright, so now guys, I'm going to add my malta. Now I'm adding a bottle of malta. Now I am adding it in parts. Alright, so I'm not gonna throw down the whole at one time. I'm gonna add it 3 times. Alright, so I'm also gonna add more ingredients. I may not list all the ingredients at once, but as I said, all ingredients will be in the description box below. Now you wanna give it a nice mix and let it warm. Don't let it come to a boil. Alright, now these are my other ingredients. I have some sifted flour. Now you want to ensure that you sift your all-purpose flour. I'm using all-purpose flour, but what if you have another flour, like probably like bread flour, then you can use it. Alright, now I have some cinnamon powder, I have some baking powder, I have some mixed spice, and I also have some salt. Now, as I said before, all ingredients will be in the description box, so I'm not gonna give like the direct measurement, so everything will be there. So you want to mix nicely just to combine all your dry ingredients together. Now bear in mind that if you want to add other spices like some nutmeg or so, you could always add it, but I was out, so I'm using what I have. Alright, now I also have some raisin and mixed spice. What if you're a person who loves more fruits than me, or you like less? Then you know you can always add a variety of fruits, or if you don't want to add any fruits, you know, then are your bun. Right, now I like to coat the fruits in the flour, that way it will be evenly distributed in the bun. Alright, so I will add more ingredients as I go along, but for me the bowl wasn't big enough, so I'm transferring the mixture, the dry mixture, to a bigger bowl. Alright guys, now I'm still gonna give it a mix, because while I pour it out I realized that there was some cinnamon powder showing, so I decided to mix it again. Alright, now after doing so, I'm gonna gradually add my wet ingredients. Okay, so you want to make a hole in the center, and then I'm gonna gradually add my wet mixture. Alright, now you're gonna gently add it, and while you add, you're going to mix. Alright, the mixture is warm, not hot. As I said, don't let it come to a boil, so I have to mix very fast. Alright, so you're gonna do the cut and fold method, and while you mix, you'll see that it starts clumping together. Not necessarily clump, but you know, it will become thick. Alright, so I don't like eggs, guys, so you realize I'm gonna add no egg. But what if you're a person who loves egg? Alright, then you could always add 2 eggs to the recipe. Alright, I'm just using 3 cups of flour, but if you want to make more buns than I am making, then double or triple the recipe. Now you want to gradually add your wet mixture, as I said, and scrape along the bowl so that all the flour will be mixed in. Alright guys, now we never add no coloring to a bun, So I'm gonna add some browning, and I'm going to add some molasses. Now the molasses, it gives the bun a nice flavor, so you want to ensure that you add some. Alright, but for me, I normally add a little bit more browning than the molasses, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of molasses, and I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of browning. Now if you like a bun darker, or if you don't like a bun with a high color, then just add like a teaspoon of the browning. Alright, the molasses do helps with the color, but the browning is really for the coloring. Alright, so this was a requested video, guys. So if you have any recipe that you would like to request, you can always comment down below, and whenever time I get the chance to do the recipe for you, I'll upload it. Alright, so I totally forgot to add my vanilla, so now I'm just gonna add it. So after I'm finished mixing the batter, I am going to grease my baking container. Now I use some butter to grease it. Now you want to ensure that you preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 170 degrees Celsius. Now guys, because I love butter, so I will grease my baking pan with it. But if you don't want to use the butter, you can use like a cooking spray or even your coconut oil, any grease of your choice, but make sure say you grease it. Alright, you could also add some parchment paper, but I didn't use any, but you could. Alright, now when you add your butter into the pan, you want to ensure that it has enough space to rise. Alright, to add a little extra beauty to the bun, I'm adding some mixed peels, and I'm gonna also add some raisins on top. You don't necessarily have to do that, but I love to see my bun all presentable and looking lovely, so I like to add them on top. Alright, could also use some cherries or any dry fruits you like. Alright, so guys, the clip where I made the glaze, all of it wasn't showing, so I had to just delete it. So I will leave all the ingredients in the description box that I used for the glaze. Now you want to make the glaze before the bun finish baking. So as it finish baking and you do a toothpick test, then you can always apply the glaze to the bun. Alright, so for my bun, I'm going to be using a spoon to apply the glaze, but you could always use a pastry brush. Alright guys, whether it's a spoon or use a pastry brush, once you apply it generously on the bun, make sure that all the top parts of the bun is covered. Then you know, no worries. Alright, make sure your glaze thick and rich and nice. You want all of those ingredients that you added to make your glaze, boil until it thickens. Alright, so I'm just applying it on the bun, and then I'm going to let the bun cool for about 10 minutes or so, and then I take it out of the pan. Alright, so this is the other day, and I am going to cut a slice and let you see how it looks. Now I trust you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video, tell others about Tamara recipes. And if you try the recipe, comment down below and give me your feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and I do appreciate your company, guys. Now this is how it looks, even though I didn't add the eggs, it was moist enough for me. But what if you're a person that loves egg? go ahead and add your eggs. Alright, so even though I did add any eggs, once you keep your bun wrapped, then it will stay moist. Alright, but the egg do add some additional moisture to it, but I'm not an egg person, as I said before, so the bun is fine for me. Or if you like, you could add some applesauce as well. Alright, but go and big up on yourself straight, and thank you so much for watching.